ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਕਹਾ ਬੁੱਧ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਤੁਛ ਹਮਾਰੀ ਵਰਨ ਸਕੈ ਮਹਿਮਾ ਜੋ ਤਹਾਰੀ ਹਮ ਨ ਸਕਤ ਕਰ ਸਿਫਤ ਤੁਮਾਰੀ ਆਪ ਲੇਹੋ ਤੁਮ ਕਥਾ ਸੁਧਾਰੀ ਮੂਕ ਉਚਰੈ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰ ਖਟ ਪਿੰਗ ਗਿਰਨ ਚੜ ਜਾਏ ਅੰਧ ਲਖੈ ਬਦਰੋ ਸੁਨੈ ਜੋ ਕਾਲ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਾਏ ਮੈਂ ਮੂਰਖ ਕੀ ਕੇਤਕ ਬਾਤ ਹੈ ਕੋਟ ਪਰਾਧੀ ਤਰਿਆਰੇ ਗੁਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਿਨ ਸੁਨਿਆ ਪੇਖਿਆ ਸੇ ਫਿਰ ਗਰਭਾਸ ਨ ਪਰਿਆਰੇ ਗਿਆਨ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਿਛ ਕਰਮ ਨ ਜਾਣਾ ਸਾਰ ਨ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਸਭ ਤੇ ਵੱਡਾ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਿਨ ਕਲ ਰਾਖੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਜੀ ਜੰਤ ਸਭ ਸਰਨ ਤੁਮਾਰੀ ਸਰਬ ਚਿੰਤ ਤੁਧ ਪਾਸੇ ਜੋ ਤੁਧ ਭਾਵੇ ਸੋਈ ਚੰਗਾ ਇਕ ਨਾਨਕ ਕੀ ਅਰਦਾਸੇ ਸੋ ਕਹੋ ਟਲ ਗੁਰ ਸੇਵੀਐ ਅਹਨਸ ਸਹਿਜ ਸੁਭਾਏ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਪਰਸਿਐ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੈ ਜਨਮ ਮਰਨ ਦੁਖ ਜਾਏ ਹੋਵੇ ਸਿਫਤ ਕਸਮ ਦੀ ਨੂਰ ਅਰਸੋ ਕੁਰਸੋ ਝਾਟੀਐ ਤੁਧ ਡਿਠੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਮਲ ਜਨਮ ਜਨਮ ਦੀ ਘਟੀਐ ਤੁਧ ਡਿਠੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਮਲ ਜਨਮ ਜਨਮ ਦੀ ਘਟੀਐ।
ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਲਹਿਣੇ ਦੀ ਫੇਰਾਈਐ ਨਾਨਕਾ ਦੋਹੀ ਖਟੀਐ ਜੋਤ ਓਹਾ ਜੁਗਤ ਸਾਏ ਸਹਿ ਕਾਇਆ ਫੇਰ ਪਲਟੀਐ ਲਹਿਣੇ ਦੀ ਫੇਰਾਈਐ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਰਾਜਾਨ ਰਾਜ ਭਾਨਾਨ ਭਾਨ ਦੇਵਾਨ ਦੇਵ ਉਪ ਮਹਾਨ ਜਿਸ ਦੀ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੁੜ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੈਠੇ ਹਨ ਪਰਮ ਸਤਿਕਾਰਯੋਗ ਗੁਰੂ ਰੂਪ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ। We are very blessed to join the court of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji to continue the Katha of this Bani of Ramkali Ki Vaar, to go through the Duji Pauri, the second Pauri, the second stanza of this Bani of Ramkali Ki Vaar. So Sahal Sangat Ji Sankhep, which in great summary, if we just go through the first few kathas that we've now listened to and that we've understood the Bani of Guru Sahib Ji and also the Tahas, we know that this is being written by two Guru Sikhs of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, by Satta Ji and by Balwand Ji, who in their great pride and ego turned their backs on Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji and were banished from Guru Sahib Ji's Sangat. And they left at that time having this curse of Kori Darog, this disease of leprosy, and they made their way to Lahore, where they went to the home of Bhai Ladda Ji, who they did beinti to a humble plea to save us, to protect us, to take away this pain that we have on this body, this leprosy, and that we have all this dishonor. And Bhai Ladda Ji with Bhai Satta Ji, Bhai Balwand Ji make their way back to Sri Amritsar Sahib. We talked of what Bhai Ladda Ji looked like at that time, having their face blackened by sitting on top of a donkey, having someone play the drums, and they came to Guru Arjan Dev Ji and they did beinti to Guru Sahib Ji, a humble plea, Guru Sahib Ji, forgive your Guru Sikhs, forgive your Sikhs for the mistakes they have made. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji says at that time that if they want to be forgiven, then they have to praise Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji to Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj Ji, with that tongue they slander the Guru, with that same tongue if they praise the Guru, then they'll be forgiven. So इसी तरह साध संगत जी, what happened then was that Bhai Satta Ji, Bhai Balwand Ji, in the darbar, in the court of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, Sanmukh hoke, standing in front of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, haath jod ke with their hands together, they uchar this Bani, Guru Maharaj Ji di ustiti de vich, in the praise of Guru Sahib Ji. So, in the last Katha, we went through the Pehli Pauri of Ramkali Ki Vaar. We talked about the Sirleka, the title of this Bani, that has been written by Rai Balwand Ji, Tatha he means Ate and Bhai Satta Ji, these two brothers, and they talked about the praise of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, ke Nanak Raj chalaya, ke Guru Nanak Dev Ji set up this kingdom. And what was that kingdom built upon? Such a kota satani neeva there is built upon the foundations of humble faith. Such a kota satani neeva there, neev here means the foundations, that to have humble faith. To have humble faith in the divine Vaiguruji is the foundations of any kingdom. Not just the physical kingdom, but the kingdom of this body. And then such a kota, that the killa, the fortress around that kingdom, the kanda, their walls, the actual each brick by brick, what is it made up of? Prema Bhakti, love and devotion. Brick by brick, having so much devotion in the one, and that leads to a wall of truth. And that kingdom, no one can penetrate that, no one can attack that kingdom. That kingdom is atal. It will always remain. If you look at the kingdom of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, it's been 550 years and that kingdom is still going. And it will go to the end of time. And if you look at a history, many times there has been attacks on the kingdom, attacks on Sikhi. Not on Sikhs, but on Sikhi. Right? So they wanted to attack Sikhi and destroy Sikhi. But every single time, through Sikhi, those Sikhs have always been able to rise and stay in Chardikla and continue forward, because Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji tells us Raj Krega Khalsa. So the Khalsa will rule. They won't just rule the world, but they rule their own minds, and they'll conquer their own minds as well. So to go through that Katha in great detail, you can listen to the Katha, the last three Kathas for the Uttanaka, the history behind this Shabad, but also when it comes to the Pehli Pauri of this Bani. But Asal Singh Ji, today we're going to go for the Duji Pauri, the second Pauri, that is in praise of Guru Nanak Dev Ji again, but now talking more about Baba Lehna Ji. Baba Lehna Ji, Bhai Lehna Ji becomes our second Guru, Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. So before we go for this Pauri, for this stanza, in this Bani, in this prayer, let's focus our minds on the feet of Tan Tan Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Ate Sari Sangat Akho Satnam Sri Vaheguru Sahib Ji.
ਲਹਿਣੇ ਦੀ ਫੇਰਾਈਐ.
So Satsanga Ji, jo Baba Lehna Ji Han, Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, di firaiye. Di he means dohai, which means the soba, the blessings of Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, the Guru Angad Dev Ji's glory. They say that Guru Angad Dev Ji's glory, firaiye means to pasar. Pasar he means to travel, to expand everywhere. Ke Bhai Lehna Ji's vadiyai, their greatness, chare paase phail gayi han.
ਨਾਨਕਾ ਦੋਹੀ ਖਟਿਐ.
And how is Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji's praises, their glory spread to all four corners? It's because of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's blessings, because of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's glory. So khatiya hai means barakat na pave kirpa de naal, ke with the blessings of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, because of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's dohai as well, because of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's glory, that glory has now come upon Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Mean that everything that Guru Nanak Dev Ji had, they've given to Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Just like in the Satvi Pauri, in the 7th stanza, they say, Nanak tu, lehna tu hai, Guru Amar tu vicharya. They're saying, hey Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj Ji, you are Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Guru Nanak Dev Ji is Guru Angad Dev Ji. Guru Angad Dev Ji is Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj Ji. Guru Ramdas is all four of those forms. And hey Guru Nanak Dev Ji is Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Koi ped nahi hai, Satsang, there is no difference between Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. And Bhai Satta Ji, Bhai Balwand Ji explain this in the next Pankti. Hanji.
ਜੋਤ ਓਹਾ ਜੁਗਤ ਸਾਏ.
Kende ne ke ohi jot hai. This is that jot. How is there no difference between Guru Angad Dev Ji and Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji? Because jot oha. Jot oha means ohi jot. That light that sits inside Guru Nanak Dev Ji is the same light that sits inside Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Jugat sai. Sai he means oho. Pave ohi jugati. That jugati means technique. That technique that Guru Nanak Dev Ji gave to the world on how to meet Vaiguruji. What is that technique? Prema Bhakti di Jugati. That without Prema Bhakti, loving devotion, we cannot meet Vaheguru Ji. They saw Singh Ji when Guru Nanak Dev Ji do Kirtan, when there would be Katha in the court of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, it would be done with Prem. And those people sit there with loving devotion, listening to the Katha and Kirtan. When they would go home and they do their city Japji Sahib the part, they would do it with loving devotion. Raira Sodar the part. They do that with loving devotion. Sohilla Sahib. These prayers were around during Guru Nanak Dev Ji's times, especially in the end of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's time on this earth, and especially during Guru Angad Dev Ji's time. Bhai Guru Das Ji talks about this as well, that they would recite this Bani as well, morning, day and night. So the Jugati is the same as well, Prema Bhagati. Jina Prem Kiyo, then he Prapayo. Okay, without Prem, we cannot meet Vaheguru Ji. And Guru Gobind Singh tells us the ones who have love, do loving devotions, they can meet Vaheguru Ji. Hanji.
Sahakaya Fir Palatiya.
They say he means Sache Pasha Ji. Pave Sache Pasha. Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji de Sarir. Kaya he means Sarir, the body of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. What did they do? Fir means then. Palatiya means Badal Ditta. They changed their body. Means the light was the same. The Jukti was the same. The technique, the Jot, the light inside them was the same. The only thing that changed was the body. The only thing Guru Nanak Dev Ji did was change their body, but everything else was the same. If you look at a king, for example, the king may change his clothes later on in the day. Imagine one whole day and the king changes his clothes 10 times. That's all Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji did. The king it's the same king, but the clothes are different. The chola is different. In the same way, it is the same Jot, but the body is different. That is the only difference here, that they're saying that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, all you did was change his physical body, but the Jot, the light is the same, meaning from Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji all the way till Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji today is that same Jot. Like we say in the Ardas, Dasan Patshahiya Ji ke Jot. The Jot of Dasan Patshahiya. Of our 10 kings, that is Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji. It's the same Jot. There is no difference, Hanji.
So so Shat Niranjani.
The Sahasanga Ji, that Chatar here means the canopy, the umbrella that waved over the head of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Chullare asi. That Chatar that was on top of the head of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, hon os Chatar Sahasanga Ji, Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji sees ote chul reha hai, Hanji.
Mal takht baitha gur hatiya.
So that Chatar is now, chul again, it means to like dangle. So the best way to describe it, because dangle is not a good word, especially when looking at Punjabi Kosh to find that dictionary, the way you can imagine it is, I remember once when I went to India, to an astan called Bulandpuri Sahib, and what they do in February time is that they have Prakash of 21 sloops of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji. So in a massive Darbar Sahib, a big hall, that have 21 sloops of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji around the room. And they'll bring Guru Sahib Ji from Sachkhand, take them outside the whole complex, and then do a parikrama, and then they'll go up the podium to this Darbar Sahib. So you'd have 21 chataras as well. And when you do the seva, the chatardi seva, you don't just hold the umbrella. You'd have to twist the umbrella, right? So the umbrella is massive, right? It gets heavy after a while, especially when you got to walk for like 10 minutes as well, because with Maharaji you walk slowly, right? When they carry Maharaji on their seats on their head. So you're twisting and it looks so beautiful, but when you're doing the seva, your forearms start to hurt along the way as well. And you have other seva, that's personal story, who would come and say, shall I take over? And like, no, I want to carry on doing the seva, but your arms are killing. But you just imagine that scene when Guru Sahib Ji is out in the sun and there's a chatar on top of their head and it's spinning and it's dangling over Guru Sahib Ji's seats. And it's saying that same chatar is on top of the seats of Guru Angad Dev Ji now, but that umbrella. So look at the amazing poetry that Guru Sahib Ji is giving to us here. When we look at Gurbani, they're painting a picture in our mind, and sometimes we kind of take this for granted. We say Gurbani poetry, but we don't really see as poetry sometimes. We just read Gurbani, but we don't realize that Guru Sahib Ji is painting a picture in our mind. They're saying that that umbrella, chulle, it's over the head of Guru Sahib Ji, and it's dangling and it's spinning and spinning over the head of Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, and it's Naranjani. Naranjani here means Maya di Medato Rehet. That is, there's no Maya. It's completely pure. Meaning, whoever comes under the umbrella, they are free from Maya as well. Whoever comes in the sanctuary of the Guru, they are free from Maya, because Satsanga Ji, let's look at the umbrella. An umbrella protects somebody, right? From the rain, from the sun. In the same way, the chatar of Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, whoever comes under the chatar of the Guru, whoever comes under the umbrella, whoever comes in the sanctuary of the Guru, they are protected from Maya. But another arth hai for this Maya Torat is also that it means Vaheguruji's meher, the mercy of God. That this umbrella is the mercy of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the mercy of Vaheguruji upon Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, the blessings upon them. And when you have umbrella, you have to open it. And in the same way, when Guru Angad Dev Ji's chatar is opening up, their mercy spreads everywhere. Look at the beautiful analogies we can give, the examples for this chatar of Siddhi Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, that when it opens, their mercy travels to all four corners. Whoever comes in the sanctuary of the Guru, but also Satsanga Ji, this is the greatness of Guru Sahib Ji, that when the umbrella opens, they spread their divine qualities to everyone as well. They give everyone the qualities of Satta Santokha. We talked about this last week about truth, about contentment, about modata, to not have jealousy for somebody else, but when you see them doing good, that you pray to God they do even better than you. That I want them to be better than me. Opekya, not to be stubborn and fight with other people. Maitri, to have no enemies, to have no strangers. These qualities, when we come in the core of the Guru and the umbrella is open, those qualities fall upon us as well. Hanji, Dwara Paroji.
Mal takht baitha gur hatiya.
Hanji, so they say that Maharaj Ji is sitting on the Takht Sahib. So Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, jo han Takht Sahib te Brajman ho gaye han, they're sitting on top of that throne. Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, and Mal means isthit. That Maharaj Ji is firmly sitting on that throne. They have gained this throne now, Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, Guru Hattiya. So what does Hattiya mean? Hattiya means like a hut, a shop. That this is like a shop where they're trading. And what is a hatti hai? It's Sadh Sangat Rupi Hatti. It's the shop of Sadh Sangat. Meaning that the Sadh Sangat are coming to this shop and they're coming to trade. Then Sadh Sangat are coming to trade. What are they trading in? Bhagat Kabir Ji tells us, Kini hi banajya kansi tamba. Kini hi loga sapadi. So one more time, Kini hi banajya. Kini hi means some people. Kini hi banajya. Banajya means to trade. Kini hi banajya kansi tamba. Some people trade in bronze. Some people trade in copper. Kini hi loga sapadi. They trade. You can read the translations there in beat or not so close. But they say santoho banajya Naam Gobindaka. They say, but the saints, what do they trade in? Naam Gobindaka, in the name of God. Santoho Banaja Naam Gobindaka, Aisi Khepa Hamari. This is my trade as well. Hira, they say then ke har ke naam ke vyapari, hira haath charya niramolaka chhoot gayi sansari. That this is my trade as well. Har ke naam ke vyapari. Har ke means God's name. I'm a trader in God's name. Hira hatha chadiya niramolaka. That now I've found this priceless gift. Niramolak. This priceless jewel of nama. Chhoot gayi sansari. Chhoot he means to completely renounce. Tyagadina. Now I've renounced the whole world. What does it mean by sansari, to renounce the world? It means my surati, my consciousness has renounced the world now. That when I'm sitting in the Guru's court, I'm not thinking about the world, I'm thinking about my Guru. What a great blessing to have. Just as Guru Arjan Dev Ji tells us, Jis vakhar ko lain tu aaya, Ram naam santan kar paya. Jis vakhar. That thing that you've come to earn in this life, Kharida Nivasa, that you've come to earn, Jis vakhar ko lain tu aaya. It said the reason why you've come on this earth is to gain this one merchandise, this one gift. And where can you gain it from? Ramanam Santan Karapaya, in the home of the saints. Pave Sat Sangat Devich. That when you go into Sad Sangat, you're able to gain this gift. This is the greatness, is the Mehima of Sad Sangat. That by going into Sad Sangat, we always take Sad Sangat for granted. But Sad Sangat is so beautiful that those who go into Sad Sangat, Guru Sahib Ji says, Sat Sangat Male So Tariya. They cross over the ocean. Those people who come into Sad Sangata Hanji. Jo Maharaj Ji de hukum hai, the hukum of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Wherever Guru Sahib Ji Farmaya means to farman, to give an order for Hanji. This is a very interesting vichar here. They say whatever the Guru ordains, the hukum of the Guru, they say it's aluni silvang. Aluni silhe means Lunato Rahat Pathar. It means a stone that is not sweet, a tasteless stone. Meaning that when somebody follows the orders of the Guru, it can feel like a tasteless stone. Jog. Jog here means jodna, to join to Vaheguru Ji. How do we join to Vaheguru Ji? How do we meet God? The answer is in this pankti. Guru Paramaya. Guru Paramaya Rupa Jog. That if you want to meet God, we have to follow the hukam of the Guru. We have to follow the order of the Guru. Give us sachiyara hoye, give a kude tutte pal, hukam rajai chalana, nanak likhya nal. Give us sachiyara hoye. How can we become truthful? This is like the question that Guru Sahib Ji poses to us first. The first question in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is saying, give us sachiyara hoye. How do we become truthful? Think about it. That's the first question our Guru asks. Give us sachiyara hoye. Give a kude tutte pal. How can I break this wall of falsehood? Maharaj Ji kehne ne ki hukm rajai chalana. You have to follow the hukm on the Guru. Nanak likhya nal is all written here. So, Guru Paramaya Rup Jog. Jodna, this is how we join to Vaheguru Ji. But Chattiya here means to taste, but it tastes very tasteless. One example of this is like, it doesn't make sense. Why would somebody want to eat something tasteless? It's like if you had pizza in front of you and an apple, right? Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather have the pizza than the apple. It just doesn't make sense. Why would you want to have the apple when you could have the pizza? Well, unless you like apples more than pizza, but that's very rare, I think, right? But the point is that it may not make sense in the start, what the Guru is saying. Because if you give one example of this, when Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji was sleeping one night, or supposedly sleeping, they were sitting in Samadhi, they were laying there, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Guru Nanak Ji awakens in the morning, and they call Baba Buddha Ji and Pai Lena Ji, who becomes Guru Angad Dev Ji. They call these two Guru Sikhs to them, and they say, what time is it? Is it time to do Ishnan? Because Guru Sahib would wake up every morning, early in the morning, and they do Ishnan first, they bathe. So Baba Buddha Ji goes outside. So when Baba Buddha Ji goes outside, they look at the sky. Akash wal vekde han, they look at the sky, they come back to Guru Sahib Ji and say, Maharaj Ji, adhi raat hai. It's midnight right now. So like 12 o'clock you could say. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj says, Nahi, it's not adhi raat. Go look again. But it is adhi raat. Baba Buddha Ji goes again, and they come back and say, Maharaj Ji, adhi raat hai. Again, tiji wari saas, in the third time they go, adhi raat. 3 times Baba Buddha Ji goes, but Guru Sahib says, Nahi, it's not adhi raat. It looks more like there's only one pair of the night left, around 3 o'clock in the morning. So they go to Pai Lena Ji, you go have a look. When Pai Lena Ji goes outside, they say, Maharaj Ji, adhi raat hai. They say the same thing, it's midnight. Then Maharaj Ji says, Nahi. Maharaj Ji says, no, it's not adhi raat, go look again. But Pai Lena Ji doesn't go to look again. Pai Lena Ji starts to do vichar in their heart. They start to think, and they say, if Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji says that it's not adhi raat, then it's not adhi raat. If Guru Sahib Ji says that this much of the night has passed, then that much of the night has passed. If Guru Sahib Ji says there's only this much of the night left, then there's only that much of the night left. Because time is in Guru Sahib Ji's hands. But understand this, Satsanga Ji, the Akash is saying, the sky is saying it's adhi raat. Jo duniya hai, duniya bhi kendi hai ki adhi raat hai. Even the earth is saying it's adhi raat. Jo duniya the log hai, Satsanga, the people that live in this world, they're all saying it's adhi raat. But if Guru Nanak Dev Ji says it's not adhi raat, then it's not adhi raat. If Guru Sahib Ji says it's not midnight, but the whole world, the sky and the people of the earth are saying it's adhi raat, but the Guru says it isn't, then who is right and who is wrong? Does it matter about who is right and who is wrong? The answer to this question is that whatever the Guru says, we follow that. Kar hai je Guru Paramaya. Whatever the Guru orders, whatever comes out of the Guru's mouth, we accept that as a complete truth. Whatever the Guru says. But it may not make sense, right? But that's the whole point. When we walk this path of Prema Bhakti, this path of love and devotion, it may not make sense at the start, because that idea of waking up in the morning and having a bath at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, how does it make sense to anyone in the world? To wake up to go to sleep, let's say at 9, 10 o'clock at night, and then be told you got to wake up in a few hours, have a bath, and say God's name. To the world that sounds crazy. Not for just like 10 minutes, but hopefully for an hour or multiple hours, and slowly build that up. That doesn't make sense to the world. But this is what it means, that at the start it may not make sense and it may feel tasteless. Sometimes when we follow this path, it feels tasteless at the start, or we don't get no ras from it. The reason why it's aluni is alun means salt. Aluni means without salt. The reason why it feels so tasteless is because the things that feel like loon to us, like salty to us, is dunya daras, is a taste of the world. Because our whole life we've been indulging in tastes of the world, passions of the world. So these tastes feel tasteless to us. But it's only after time do we start to feel the ras in that. But that ras, that taste, that essence is not going to be tasted with this same tongue. It's going to be tasted with that spiritual tongue inside us. We may not hear God with these physical ears, but with the ears inside us. Same with the eyes, etc. So Maharaji is saying to us to walk that path. It can feel like a loony sil. It may not make sense, but eventually it will make sense when we continue walking on this path and we follow Guru Maharaji's hukam. Hanji.
ਲੰਗਰ ਚੱਲੈ ਗੁਰ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਹਰ
ਤੇ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤੇ ਵਿਸ਼ਰਾਮ ਲਾਉਣੀ ਆ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤੇ. So Maharaji is saying to us that langar chale. So there's two types of langar in Guru Sahib Ji's home. There's partakh langar, jo ann pani da langar hai, that we have food and water. So langar chale. That langar is going, that we talked about in Guru Nanak Ji's time, Sacha Sauda, the 20 rupaya that they spent, the 20 coins to start this langar. But there's a different type of langar as well. Guru Sabad, the Shabad, Gurbani. That langar is also going in the home of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the home Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, the ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਹਰ ਤੋਟ ਨ ਆਵੇ ਖਟਿਐ.
ਤੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੋਟ ਨਾ ਆਵੇ. Tot means kata. There's no kata, there's no shortages in the house of the Guru. Har khatiya. Because by doing Guru Sahib Ji charan di seva, by serving Guru Nanak Dev Ji's feet, Shabad, when we say Guru Sahib Ji's charan here means Guru Sahib Ji's Bani. There's no difference. By serving Guru Sahib Ji's Shabad, by serving Gurbani, by reading Gurbani, there's no kata in Gurbani, in giving out this Gurbani, but also in the food. They come together. Gurbani, when we talk about langar, langar is not just free food. It's much more than that. It's so many blessings from the Guru, and we'll see that in the next pankti anyway, but it's Gurbani. To give out Gurbani. You see people today who do langar di seva, they'll do parachar at the same time, especially on the streets. Just the other day I was listening to Katha by a great saint, and somebody had written a letter to that saint, and they're saying that we've been giving out clothes to the poor. But that person who's giving out clothes to the poor people, she wasn't content just by giving them clothes, because she knew that, okay, that would help them superficially, they help them with the body and to survive in the world, but that's not going to take away the pain inside their heart. And she knew that Sikhi would take away their pain. Sikhi, not as in religion Sikhi, the path of Sikhi, which we sometimes forget. These divine qualities, we start labeling Sikhi, say this is Sikhi. But that spiritual path, she knew that this would help their soul, help them to reunite with their soul. And Maharaji is saying here, Tot na aave, that there will be no kata. There will be no shortages in the home. The ones who serve Guru Sahib's feet, who give out this Gurbani to the whole world, for this Gurbani inside their heart, there will be no shortages in the langar as well. There was another sakya that comes to mind of Baba Thakur Singh Ji as well, when they used to do langar di seva here, and they were giving up prashadda to the sangat. I think it was mithai or something they're giving out. And what happened, they're giving us mithai, these sweets, but there wasn't enough for the sangat at that time. But Babaji said to him, don't take the chadar of that, you could say like the bucket that was in, don't take the white sheet off it and keep giving out the mithai. And that Guru Sikh was doing this, they kept giving out mithai to each person, but it never emptied. Why? Because what was going through the body, what was going through the heart of Babaji was just Guru Shabad, Gurbani. And that means that in that case there is no kata, there is no shortages in the langar in Guru Sahib's home. Lakshmi tot na avai, khai kharch rahanda. That there is no shortages in wealth. Khai kharch rahanda, I keep on spending and eating, etc. But nothing runs out in the Guru's home. Hanji.
ਖਰਚੇ ਦਿੱਤ ਖਸੰਬਦੀ.
This Singh, where is this coming from? Where is all this wealth coming from? Kasambadi. From Parameshwar Vaheguru Ji, all this wealth is coming directly from God. And they say kharche dit. Dit means ditta hai. God has given this to Guru Nanak Dev Ji to spend. To spend, they've given this to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. So Maharaj Ji aap vand raha hai, they're giving this out to everybody. Hanji.
ਆਪ ਖਹਿਦੀ ਖੈਰ ਦਵਟੀਐ
ਤੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਆਪ ਕਹਿਦੀ ਤਾਂ what does Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj Ji do first? ਆਪ ਕਹਿਦੀ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਆਪ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਹਨ. Maharaj Ji first eats that food themselves. And why are we saying this for? Why we say Maharaj Ji eats first? Because if you look in the traditions of the Guru's home, all the way from Guru Nanak Ji's time, we have this thing called Seet Prasad. What does that mean? That before any Sikh would eat, the Guru would eat first and they'll bless that food. Again, this is why langar is not just free food. Langar is prasad. Langar is the Guru's blessings because before we eat that langar first goes to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Maharaj Ji eats that langar themselves, they partake in that food. That's why when we say in Ardas, Maharaj Ji aap ji kripa karo ate bhog lao, that Maharaj Ji do give your blessings and partake in eating this food. ਫਿਰ ਸੀਤ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਲੰਗਰ ਸੰਗ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਰਤਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਆਗਿਆ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨੀ ਜੀ ਕਿ ਸੀਤ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ this which is not jute, right? Jute, he means like something that may be contaminated. It doesn't mean that specifically, but a word in English that may be close enough to it. Like if I was to eat something on a plate, that would be called jutta, right? That's being contaminated by Sukhdeep Singh, right? But if Guru Sahib Ji had it, it become prasad. That food would give somebody mukti. Just like it did in Guru Tegh Bahadur's time, when somebody ate the ganna, the sugar cane of Guru Tegh Bahadu Ji, they got mukti straight away. They got so much shakti because of that as well. The Sal Sangat Ji here, they say that Guru Nanak Dev Ji, aap kahdi, that eat that themselves, and then afterwards, aap kahdi, khair the batti hai. Khair here means to give, and dan. The batti means to give out. That Maharaj Ji then would give this food out to the rest of the Sangha to eat themselves. This is the arth when it comes to Prataka Langar, physical food. That Guru said themselves would eat, partake first, bless that food, and the rest of the Sangha would eat afterwards. But Sangha Ji, then the arth for Guru Shabad means that aap kahdi. Pave Guru Sahib Ji aap naam japde han ate horna nu naam nu japaunde han. Ke Maharaj Ji themselves taste this naam and then inspire others to taste that naam as well. Aap japaho avreh naam japavaho. That they recite God's name themselves and inspire other people to recite God's name as well. Aap kahdi khair de batti hai. This is the blessing that Guru Sahib has given us, not just the physical langar of food, but the langar of Guru Shabad, of Gurbani. And even the Guru Sikhs themselves would do the same thing, that the Guru Sikhs would partake in langar but give out langar to the whole world. The whole world, serve the whole world with this food, but also they will recite God's name themselves and inspire others to recite their name as well. Hanji.
ਹੋਵੇ ਸਿਫਤ ਖਸਮ ਦੀ
So Sal Singh Ji, jo Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji nit da karam hai, the daily actions of Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. So duje Paatshah Ji Amrit Vele jaag ke pehla ishnan karde han. When Guru Sahib Ji wake up in the morning, the first thing they do is do ishnan. They first bathe, and then Guru Angad Dev Ji, they say they sit in samadhi. They sit in a state where there's no thoughts and they're only focusing on their true form themselves anyway. They are the form of God on this earth. Then Guru Angad Dev Ji, being in Sad Sangat, there be Kirtan in the morning, Rababi Kirtan. And then Kirtan to Baad Sad Sangat Ji, the Sangh will come have darshan of Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. They'll come and have the blessed vision of Guru Angad Dev Ji, and then they'll talk about Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. There'll be Katha on Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. No talk about the world, just about Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji's greatness. Then Usto Ba Sah Sangha Ji, they'd all go together to the langar hall which. And they'd have langar together, sitting in Pangat, sitting in a line. Fir langar to Baar Sah Sangha Ji, Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, Baar Jade Han, they go outside, and what will Guru Sahib Ji do? They call all the kids from the pind. They call all the kids, and Guru Angad Dev Ji will play with the kids. Imagine that. Imagine playing with Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji as a kid. Imagine how cool that must be, right? They play with the young kids, then they play with the bigger kids, meaning the adults. Because then they will go and do wrestling with their older lot as well. They get all the palawans, all the wrestlers, and they'll wrestle together in the afternoon. Guru Angad Dev Ji and the Sangat of that pind, of Sri Khadur Sahib. Then after that, they'd have Kirtan again in the evening, Sad Sangat, and after that, the Maharaj Ji will rest again in the evening. But what is the point here? They're saying to us here, Hove Siptaka Sambadi, that when they will sit in Guru Angad Dev Ji's court and they do the Sifta Salah, they praise Parmeshwar Vaheguru Ji in their court in Amrit Villa at the Sunday the village in the evening time, Hanji.
ਨੂਰ ਅਰਸੋਹ ਕੁਰਸੋਹ ਚੱਟੀਐ.
They say, what was it like when they would praise Vaheguru Ji in the court of Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji? where Guru Angad Dev Ji is sitting on the throne with the eyes closed, the beautiful eyes are closed. They say, what was it like? Noor here means light. Arasoho means akashato, from the sky. Kurusoho means takata saipto. That in the sky, in Sachkhand, they're given an analogy, they're given an example here that from Sachkhand, the throne of Vaiguruji, God is sitting on that throne and God is looking upon this satsang, looking upon this darbar, and the Rabbi Noor, the light from God's face, is shining upon that satsangat. The light of God is shining upon satsang at that time, shining upon Guru Angad Dev Ji, shining upon the Guru Sikhs, and their faces are glowing. Nanak te mukh ujjale keti chutti naal. That Guru Sahib Ji says at the end of the sloka that that person who says God's name, mukh ujjale, their face is shining. And here they're saying that in that darbar, the light of God is shining upon everyone. In the court of Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, Hanji.
ਤੁਧ ਡਿਠੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ
Tan Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, Sache Paatshah Ji Maharaj Ji, ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਮਲ ਜਨਮ ਜਨਮ ਦੀ ਕੱਟਿਐ
ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਨਮਾਂ ਜਨਮ ਦੀ ਮੈਲ ਕੱਟੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਜਨਮਾਂ ਜਨਮ ਦੀ ਮੈਲ means lives and lives of dirt ਕੱਟੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ means it's cut away just by seeing you Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Look how great that is. Just by seeing Guru Angad Dev Ji, all my mail is cut away. But when we look at the Guru is looking at us. We have to remember that. Tuddha dithe. Dithe means to see. So if you look in Gurbani at the Savaiya at the end of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji, written about Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, they say, Amya drishta subh kare. They say, hey Maharaj Ji, hey Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, jis prani utte, on that person Guru Maharaj Ji, jis prani utte aap ji de kirpa drishti, your amrit drishti. That person who you put your amrit drishti upon, your glance of grace, amya drishta subh kare, hare agapap sakalamal. They say, Maharaj Ji, whoever you look upon, they say all their pap is taken away. Hare agapap. Hare means to be destroyed. They say that all their pap is taken away, Guru Angad Dev Ji, when you just look at them. Hare agapap sakalamal. Sari mail uttar jandi hai Maharaj Ji. All the mail is taken away just when you look with your amrit drishti. Jo aap ji taarde han us Guru Sikh te, that one that you place your amrit drishti upon, they say that all the mail is taken away. Kaam, krodh, ar lobh, moh. Hey Sache Pashi Maharaj Ji, vas kare, sab hai bal. They said this kaam, krodh, lobh, mohankar is very powerful. Bal. Sab hai bal is very powerful. Bal also here can mean hankar, because he has mentioned hankar. But here means maybe it's so powerful. Vas kare. But Maharaj Ji, you have controlled that now. In my mind, just by being in your sharan, you've controlled that Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Sada sukh mane vase. Hey Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, you have so much sukh in your mind, so much peace. Ke hey Maharaj Ji, dukh sansar hai khove. You take away all the dukh in this world, Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. The hey Sache Pashi Maharaj, Gura Navanid Dariyao. Maharaj Ji, you are the river of the 9 treasures. You're the river of Nam. And whoever bathes in that river of Nam, Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, in that Tirath that is inside us, that river of Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, of your name, of your Amrit Naam, they say what happens to that person? Janamaham kalakh tove. Say that my janam, all the janams that I've lived, kalakh means soot, all the dirt of my janams, tove, toti jande, is all washed away. Then what did they say? Patatalji. They say sokaho tal gur seviye. Ehnes sahaj sabai. So Patatalji is saying here, bachan karde han sokaho tal gur seviye. Ke je tusi Maharaj Ji de seva karni hai, if you're going to serve the Guru, sahaj sabai. Do it with this state of complete oneness with the Guru. Sahaj sabai means choti hal de vich, in a state where you have no desires and you're beyond thoughts. You're now just imbued in God's name. When you serve the Guru with the Guru's name in your heart and nothing else. Ahnis sahaj sabai, darshan parsya Guru ke. That by having darshan of the Guru, janam marna dukha jai. That janam marna, this janam the kher, this life and death play that we go through is taken away. So Sasangaji, this, when we talked about in the previous Pankti about Guru Sahib's Nitya Karan, the daily actions, Mahakavi Santokh Singh Ji writes about Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji say, ke pei prat, means here when it becomes morning. Pai prata suraj jab nikasa hai. Jado din charda hai saad sangat ji, jado suraj charda hai, when the sun comes out in the sky. Pai prata suraj jab nikasa hai, kamal balochana sundara bikasa hai. They say when Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj's kamal bimocha means the beautiful eyes of Guru Angad Dev Ji are like lotus flowers. Just like how a lotus flower, jado khir janda hai, when it blossoms. Just like how a lotus flower blossoms and opens, they say when Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj's eyes blossom and they open, because for all those hours when they're sitting there in Samadhi, Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj doesn't open the eyes at all. Anyone could be coming, but Guru Sahib's eyes stay shut the whole time. But if we ever experience God's name, if we ever do Simran or Bhakti, sometimes we have tears in our eyes. That is not water, that is Amrit. There's Saad Sangat Ji, when Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj's eyes are closed, there's Amrit in the eyes of Guru Angad Dev Ji, the eyelids are holding it in. But to say that when Guru Angad Dev Ji opens their eyes, Prathama Drishta Jesa Para Taba Pare. Prathama Drishta, the first person that Guru Angad Dev Ji looks at when they open their eyes, Rogi Rog Dukhi Dukha Hare. They said that the first person Guru Angad Dev Ji looks at when they open their eyes, all the Amrit Drishti, Amya Drishta Subhakare. They say that Maharaji's eyes are filled with Amrit Drishti, and what does it do? The first person Guru Angad Dev Ji looks at, Rogi Rog. All their diseases, Dukhi Dukh, all their pains, Hare, are destroyed. Just when Guru Angad Dev Ji opens their eyes, so they would say, and this is written, and you can hear this in Katha as well, Sangat will go to Guru Angad Dev Ji and sit right in front of them, and they wait for Guru Angad Dev Ji to open their eyes. This is our second Guru who we rarely hear about. When Guru Angad Dev Ji would open their eyes, whoever was sitting in front of Guru Angad Dev Ji, all their rog was taken away when Guru Angad Dev Ji opened their eyes. That is the power of just the eyes of Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. The Pavitra man, the eyes of our Guru, they're so powerful that when they would open their eyes, the Amrit Drishti would fall upon the Sangata. Amya Drishta Subhakare. Hare Aga Papa Sakalamal. All the pain is taken away just when Guru Angad Dev Ji opens their eyes. So when we go and see our Guru, when people say, do we need to go to see Guru Granth Sahib Ji? When Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji becomes Prakash and they give us Upadesh, let's imagine then our Guru is spreading their Kripa Drishti, the Amrit Drishti. Drishti here means their gaze, their glance. The glance of grace, the glance of Amrit upon all the Sangat, and all our dukh is taken away at that time. Janama Marna Dukha Jai. Tan Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. This is the blessing within the eyes of Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Hanji.
Sach je gur furmaya.
Hanji.
Kyo edu bol ho hatiya.
Hey Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, Sach je Guru Furmaya. Whatever the Guru has said, Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, you accept it as a complete truth. Kyo edu Dwara Paro Ji.
Kyo edu bol ho hatiya.
That Maharaj Ji, you've never ever doubted the words of Guru Nanak Dev. Hatiya means to put to aside, to doubt. That Guru Angad Dev Ji, when Guru Nanak Ji told you to do this and that, you never said no. We talked about many examples last time about when Guru Sahib Ji said to him, eat the dead body, shake the tree. One day when Mata Salakhani Ji, the wife of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, came after all these tests and said, Maharaj Ji, I know you're going to give the Guru Gaddi to Pai Lena Ji, but you shouldn't. You should give it to your sons. This is a riti of the world. You look at all the great avatars from the past that always give the leadership to their son. But you're probably not going to do this, Maharaj Ji. And Guru Nanak Ji doesn't say nothing to Mata Salakhani Ji. But Guru Nanak is going to show Mata Ji why Guru Angad Dev Ji is going to become the next Guru, and their two sons, Baba Siri Chand Ji and Baba Lakshmi Das Ji, will become the Guru. So what happens is one day Guru Sahib Ji, in the middle of the night, they wake up their sons and they say, can you wash this chadar of mine? Wash this sheet. And Baba Siri Chand says, Maharaj Ji, it's too cold outside. It's going to be cold to wash this chadar. I'll get one of the servants to do it in the morning. And they refused to do it. They asked Baba Lakshmi Das Ji, and they also refused to do the seva. When they asked Pai Lena Ji, Pai Lena Ji says, Sat Bachan, and they start washing that chadar in the middle of the night. Even though they may be asleep at that time, wherever the Guru says, Sach Jai Guru Farmaya. Wherever the Guru says, Satcha, that is the truth. Jai means when, Jai whatever the Guru says, Jai Guru Farmaya, whatever the Guru orders. Kyo edu? Kyo how? Edu bolo ho, that bachan of the Guru, bolo means bachan. How can we go against the bachan of the Guru? That was just one test. Another time, Guru Sahib Ji, in the daytime, they chucked their gagar in the dirty water, chikkar divich. And they said to the sons, can you go and take it out? And now Baba Siri Chand said, I'll get a servant to do it. I'm not going to do it. Now Baba Lakshmi Das said that Maharaji, all these tests you've given us in the past, you know we're not going to do it. We are the son of the Guru. It doesn't look right if we do this kind of stuff. But Bhai Lehnaji not only jumped into that chicken, into that dirty water, Bhai Lehnaji is wearing very beautiful clothes. And they got those clothes dirtied, and they also used their own kapara to clean that gargar and give it back to Guru Sahib Ji. Tan Baba Lehna Ji, they didn't hold back. Kyo eduhu bolo hatiya. They never went against Guru Sahib Ji's words. They always say Sat Bachan, and they do Maharaji Seva Hanji.
ਪੁੱਤਰੀ ਕੌਲ ਨਾ ਪਾਲਿਓ
They Sahib Singh Ji, this is where the vichar goes deeper. Putri he means hey Maharaji, jo aap ji de doha putra hai, your two sons, Baba Siri Chand ਅਤੇ ਬਾਬਾ ਲਖਮੀ ਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਕੌਲ ਨਾ ਪਾਲਿਓ ਕੌਲ means ਬਚਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਲਣਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ hey Maharaji, your two sons did not follow your words ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਕਰ ਪੀ ਰਹੋ ਕੰਨ ਮੁਰਟਿਆ
ਕਿ Maharaji ਕਰ ਪੀ ਰਹੋ ਕਿ hey ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ Maharaji, they didn't accept your words, they went against your words Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaji ਕੰਨ ਮੁਰਟਿਆ ਕੰਨ. So just because I like to talk a lot about Santhya as well sometimes. Kanna, if you look under the Nanna, there's a little line. What is that little line? It's called a halant. What does this do? It makes the word more para. Just like how Pai Sabji is read, ke kanna. We don't say kanna. Kanna. So you may see sometimes in Gurbani peri haha, which is half a haha underneath the nanna. Halant and haha are the same thing. There's no difference. If you look in Puratan Sroops, all the Hatilikat Sroops of Guru Granth Sahib, when Guru Granth Sahib is written, they only use halant. But now in modern days, they use haha instead. But it's the same thing, same meaning, because ha has become more prachalit. We see it more today, but it means the same thing. Kanna. Kanna, when we say this word, so Piraho Kanna Murati hai, ke kan he means moda. Murati means mor ditta. Pave pit kar ditta. They turned their back on Guru Sahib Ji. They didn't listen to the words of Guru Sahib Ji, Guru Maharaj Ji, and they turned their back on Guru Sahib Ji at that time, Hanji.
Dil khote aki phiran ban.
The Maharaj Ji dil khote. Khote he means to be like evil in one sense, but to be bitter. So that dil was very khota, their heart was very bitter that time. Aki phiran. So phiran te Vishram Lonia. On phiran they say that Aki phiran, Aki he means hankar, which phiran they han. They said that these two brothers, they'd walk around in great hankar. Hanji.
Ban par uchain chatiya.
They can say ban par. They said that they take this part of their hankar, of their pride, and they'll carry it upon their heads. These two sons of yours, Maharaji, uchain chatiya. Just like how you have an animal that carries a lot of load, they say chatiya hai means in the same way that they're carrying the load of their pap upon their head. Sasanga ji, a pehla arth hai. This is the first arth of these two panktiya, and now we'll go for the second arth, Hanji.
Putri kaul na palyo.
So Sasanga ji, this is the arth that we give when we talk about the two sons. If you look at the Samprada, if you look at the Udasi Panth, the Udasis are basically the lineage of Baba Siri Chand ji. So they come from the lineage of Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj Ji's son, Baba Siri Chand Ji, like a different sect that you find within Sikhi. And they will not agree with this arth. They'll give a different arth here. But the point here is that all these different translations are fine, they're all correct, because Gurbani has many translations. So what they say here is that they're not talking about Baba Siri Chand Ji. So look how amazing Gurbani is. And we listen to Katha by our seniors, by our Gyani Singhs, by our Mahapurush. They say Putri here means it means daughter. It means ti, pan, sorry, not daughter. It here means ti, pan. It means a sister of who? Pai Sattaji, Pai Balavandaji. So what they're saying here is that Pai Sattaji, Pai Balavandaji have come to Guru Arjan Dev Ji because they're reciting this to Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. And they're saying, hey Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, Puttari, that for the sake of our sister, our younger sister, who we treated like our daughter, Puttari, hey, like we have Puttari, daughter, Kauna Palyo, because of our sister's shadi, because of our wedding, Maharaji, we did not accept your bachan, aapji bachani palna kita si Hanji.
Kar pi raho kan muratiya.
We did not accept your words, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaji, when you said to us, take this Sora Paya. We started to do you in India. Jo Siddhi Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaji Han, Adik, from Guru Nanak Dev Ji to yourself, we started to slander you, we turned our backs on you, and they said, Kara pi raho. Kara pi raho means Kori da rog. Peed he means dukh. They say, hey Maharaji, because of the ninda that we did, we gained this Kori da rog. Maharaji, kan murati hai. kan hai means pit karke Maharaj ji, then you turned your backs on us and we turned our backs on you because of our pride. Maharaj ji, Hanji.
ਦਿਲ ਖੋਟੈ ਆਖੀ ਫਿਰਨ
Then Maharaj ji, our hearts are so bitter. Dil khote. And we would walk around in hankar because of all the praises that we got, Guru Maharaj ji. Everyone that was praising us because of our kirtan, the seva, we were filled with hankar. Aki firan. Aki also here means bagi, to be a rebel. We became rebels in the Guru's home, Hanji.
ਬਨ ਭਾਰ ਉਚਾਏ ਨ ਛਟਿਐ
And that part of all that hankar, Maharaj ji, we carried upon our heads. And the only way to get rid of that was through by Laddaji. So now you can see the Duja Arth. When we're talking about Baba Siri, not about Baba Siri Chandji, but about Pai Sattaji, Pai Balawandji. A Duja Arth hai Sasing, Jo Tija Arth hai, the third meaning, we'll go through now, Zo Hanji.
ਪੁੱਤਰੀ ਕੌਲ ਨਾ ਪਾਲਿਓ
They're saying here, Jo Dunya de Lok hai Sasing ji, everyone that lives in this world, we are all children of God. Puttri. We are all children of God. Kaul na palio. But that child who does not accept your bachan, Vaheguru ji, Hanji.
ਕਰ ਪੀ ਰਹੋ ਕੰਨ ਮੁਰਟਿਐ
The one who does not accept your words, Vaheguru ji, kar peed. Peed hai, peed ho hai means peed. Pappe bahari adade mukta. Peed hai means dukh, pari dukh. They say that person who does not accept your words, Vaheguru ji, they gain great dukh in their life. Kar peed ho kan muratiye. And this is what they say, kan hai means air. And they say when Jamdud comes and takes him in the last moments, the messenger of death, they grab them from the air. Kanto kichke, they take them from the air and they pull them out of their astu sarir. This physical body, the body inside this body called the Suksham sarir. So when Jamdud comes, they grab them by the air and they pull them out of this body, Hanji.
ਦਿਲ ਖੋਟੈ ਆਖੀ ਫਿਰਨ
And they say their hearts are bitter, those people who don't accept your words. They say they're filled of calm, krodh, lobh, hankar. They're like khoti, aki, firan. And they walk around, they're speaking great pride, Hanji.
ਬਨ ਭਾਰ ਉਚਾਏ ਨ ਛਟਿਐ
And they carry that bar upon their head. Just like we said for the other arts as well, that weight is upon their head and they drown in that weight. Hanji. They drown in that weight and they drown in this ocean of this world that we're trying to cross to get to, Vaheguru ji. Just like how Sikh Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj ji says in the Shabad, Asa Manasa Bandhana Pai. In that same Shabad, Guru Sahib ji says to us, Inabida Dubi Makuri Pai. Undi sirke pari. What does that mean? They say inabid. In this way. Inabid dubi makuri pai. Makuri means spider. Now I don't know about you guys, but I don't like spiders. I know Pai Sabji doesn't like spiders as well. But here Guru Nanak Ji says to us, inabid dubi makuri pai. What does a spider do? A spider casts its web upon the water. And when it casts its web, the insects come, the moths come, and they land on that web and they get stuck. And what does the spider do? The spider goes on the web and it eats those insects. But when it does that, what happens to the spider? Undi sirke pari, its head becomes very heavy. The weight goes to the head of the spider. And then one day when that spider is walking upon the web, because of the part of its head, how heavy its head has become, the spider trips on its own web and it falls upside down. Undi. Udi with a bindu in the hand here means ulata. The spider goes upside down and what's underneath the web? Bani, water. So what happens in a bid in that way, what happens? Dubi. The spider drowns in the water. Why? Because of the part on its head. And in the same way, all the sins that we commit in our lives, it puts weight upon our head. Asank nindaka, sira, karahe pad. Now those muraks in this world who slander other people, asank nindaka sirikar hai par, they put this weight upon their head and they drown in this water. So Guru Nanak Ji says to us, Enabida dubi makuri pai, undi sirikar pari, that spider walking upon that web, dubi, it drowns in that water as well. And in the same way, if we commit these sins in our life, then we'll drown in this water as well. So Maharaj is saying that those people who do not follow your bachans, they all drown in this world as well, this worldly ocean. So this is why we should follow the bachans of Guru Sahib Ji and learn from Itihas. Learn from the sons of Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj Ji. They weren't bad people. They weren't a Purna Avatar like Guru Maharaj Ji. That's the only difference. So we still do Satkar to Baba Siri Chand Ji and all the sons of our Guru Sahibans Hanji.
Jin Akhi Soi Kare.
They say sing Jin Akhi. Jin Akhi means that whatever gal, whatever bachan that Guru Sahib Ji said, Maharaj Ji aap bachan ਕੀਤੇ ਹਨ whatever Guru Sahib says ਜਿਨ ਆਖੀ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਪੜੋ ਜੀ
ਜਿਨ ਆਖੀ ਸੋਈ ਕਰੇ
whatever the Guru has said meaning when Guru Nanak Ji said that Guru Angad Dev Ji is my own Sarupa soi kare Guru Nanak Ji made that happen they made by Lena Ji into their own form ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਜਿਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਤਨੈ ਥਟਿਐ
ਜਿਨ ਕੀਤੀ means ਜੋ ਪਰਮੇਸ਼ਰ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਹਨ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ who created everything ਜਿਨ ਕੀਤੀ that ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਤਨੈ ਥਟਿਐ who put Guru Sahib Ji on the throne they established this takht this Gurta Gaddi that Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj has now passed that Gurta Gaddi onto Pai Lena Ji jin kiti tine thatti hai that throne that Vaheguru Ji has made has now been given to Guru Nanak Ji Guru Nanak Ji has given that throne to Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji how tadi ve kare laya they say how tadi I was a vela tadi ve card means vela to be free a tadi is somebody who sings vars vars just mean like just the Bani praises of God in this case how tadi ve kare laya I was a free singer basically unemployed singer kare laya and God gave me this job ke raat deh ke var tud ho farmaya that Maharaj Ji said to me din raat deh means day and night ke in this case is saying var just the Bani that now you're going to sing God's praises day and night to the whole world Turho Farmaya Guru Sahib Ji is giving this hukum from God and now Guru Sahib Ji is giving this hukum to Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji Hanji
ਕੌਣ ਹਾਰੇ ਕਿਨ ਉਵਟਿਐ
so in this last pankti of this pauri then we do samapti Guru Sahib is saying kaun hare means who will lose harange kin uvatti he means jittange who will win what are they saying they're saying in the Guru's home of the Guru's sons and the Guru's sevadars the ones who are the sons of the Guru and who are the servants of the Guru kaun hare who is going to lose and who is going to win agge jaake meaning in the future in this case the sevadar has won meaning that Guru Angad Dev Ji has become the Guru jin sevya tene paya man but jo Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj Ji han jo sache pashi de samay de vich to come in the future who will win will it be the sons will it be the sons of Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj Ji Baba Mohan Ji and Baba Mohan Ji or will it be Guru Ramdas Ji or Pai Rama Ji who are the two son-in-laws or will it be somebody else the servants of the Guru's home who is going to win Guru Sahib Ji here say Pai Satta Ji Pai Balwand Ji that in this case Pai Lehra Ji has become victorious and they have become the next Guru but agge jaake who will win kaun harange te kaun jittange we'll have to find that out in the next katha when we go for the rest of the podia and we start the praise of Guru Angad Dev Ji even more but also the praise of Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj Ji Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj Ji te Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji so Sahib Sangat Ji we come to the end of the katha many mistakes we made many bente be given as well so in your bente pravan karniya Sahib Sangat Ji please accept all his bentiya and please forgive us all the mistakes made in this katha vichar we are still learning so may Guru Sahib Ji do kirpa and Sangh do kirpa to allow us to continue to do this seva and to give this arth of this Bani of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj that is beyond explanation all we can do is try and understand a little drop from the ocean so again please forgive all the mistakes we made deho sajna si sariya jo hove sahib syo mel
ਜਿਨ ਆਖੀ ਸੋਈ ਕਰੇ ਜਿਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਤਨੈ ਥਟਿਐ ਕੌਣ ਹਾਰੇ ਕਿਨ ਉਵਟਿਐ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
Vaheguru Vaheguru
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Vaheguru